times when he was aggressive and bombastic, and he was very honest about his players publicly. But did you always feel supported by him, Sir Alex? You never felt like he was coming after you, coming to get you?
He was never one. Very rarely, I think, he'd come out in public and criticise you. You'd get it in the dressing room. Of course you would if you needed it. But you always knew publicly he'd support you. He'd put his arm around you if needed be. And that's just the way he was, and that's the way he got the best out of his players.
You always sense he was nurturing the players, and it can't be an us and them situation. You have to be in it together.
That's an unhappy Manchester United manager, isn't it?
It is, yeah. And
he knows it wasn't good enough.
He knows it wasn't good enough, yeah, and he's going to be disappointed. He's coming out there trying to support his players, really, when I would have thought he's in the dressing room and they'll be getting a going over, because he said the word desire there. I didn't see one little bit of desire right through the game. OK, we'll take a look at some of the incidents from that half in a moment. If he was supporting his players, he wasn't exactly supporting the referee, was he, Chris? I know you were listening to that interview. What's it like for a referee when you hear a manager talk like that immediately after a match?
Well, the situation's quite simple, really. All you can do is referee what's in front of you, and everybody after a game always has an opinion on whether you've got a decision right or you've got a decision wrong. And we chatted briefly at half-time about what we'd seen with the potential Yoshida handball, and the more I see it, the less of a handball I feel it is. You know, if it was handball, I'd say so. But as I said, the most important thing with handball is it's got to be deliberate. He's very close to it. I feel as though he's pulling his arm away. I just don't see a referee giving a penalty for that at all. Very close. And what I said at half-time, I'll stay with, and I think the referee's got it right. And walking off, he actually said at half-time it wasn't deliberate. So he's very confident in his decision, Craig Pawson. And I'm more than happy to support what he did this evening. I
think Paul Scholes is more in the Jose Mourinho camp. If we take a look at the moment again, just explain why you still maintain that it is a penalty.
Because he moves his hand towards the ball. His hands are out there already, which is a natural position. I understand that. It's going to be up there. But I don't think you can see it from this angle. He actually does move his ball, his hand a little bit to what you probably see. Look, he moves his hand back. This is the angle, I think He moves his hand back to touch the ball, to stop the ball. How can that not be a penalty? I know Chris has his point of view, of course,
Chris,
and the referee does. But
does that sway you at all, Chris?
No, not at all. No. I mean, if we put 16 referees in a room, you would get 16 referees saying that, and obviously sometimes people would disagree with what the referee's decision is. He gets that split second. I've looked at it 5 or 6 times. And as I said, if I felt it was handball, I'd say so. But I'm more than happy with what Craig Pawson did there. I just don't feel as an ex-referee that is handball, and I would imagine the current crop would be of exactly the same mindset as me.
Who says VAR is going to solve all the problems in football, hey? Just something else we do need to look at as well, something that you spotted in the game actually, was what appeared to be a dig in the ribs from Ashley Young. Do you expect the FA to look at it? And if they do, what do you expect the outcome to be?
Well, it was quite interesting. It was a Southampton corner, and you see Ashley Young on the goal line with Dusan Tadic, and he sort of looks at the referee and looks away and looks again. And if you're looking at the footage that I'm seeing now, he bends down and he strikes him in the stomach. He's not challenging for the ball, he strikes him in the stomach. Is it brutality? Is it excessive force? Could he have been sent off? Well, I think if the referee had seen it, he probably would have sent him off. So over the next couple of days now, we'll probably see the FA have a look at that, and nature will take its course and due process will follow.
OK, we shall watch with interest. Thank you very much, Chris. Invaluable input as ever. Let's just try and then talk about this Manchester United performance as a whole. Maybe we shouldn't be surprised with the way it was out there today. It was a front four that struggled for goals again last season, and we've just heard from Jose we've now got Zlatan out for a month. We know that Romelu Lukaku is going to miss at least 6 days because of the new guidelines on concussion. Where does today leave your old team?
Yeah, you say that, but these players are good enough to win games. These players are worth a lot of money. Martial, Pogba.
But they've not won for 3 games now against Burnley, Leicester and Southampton.
They're underperforming. We've said that. I don't think there's any doubt they're underperforming. It's just a lack of urgency to me. Like I said before, it seems like they're winning 3-0 every game and they don't need to score a goal. There's no actual fight. There's no actual... Where's the Paul Pogba we saw at Juventus, the player they bought? He's all over the pitch, he's tackling, he's fighting, he's sprinting to people, he's scoring goals from 25 yards out. He's just strolling through a game.
They're not at boiling point, are they?
No.
They can't get them.
No edge to them at all.
I think the manager realises, he showed a lot of restraint there. I think he realises that it's not working. I've tried to give them a little bit of a jab publicly. Now I need to put my arm around them because I'm going to have to work with the same group of players because that's all I can choose from. With injuries that they've got, and he's going to have to really put his arm around these players. He's got to work something out for Rashford. He needs to slow him down slightly, get Martial on the ball and try to get poor confidence back into these players, and he has to do it very quickly.
Something has happened though, hasn't it? Because at the start of the season they were full of flair. I've just said 21 goals in their first 7 games.
I think the start of the season was a little bit misleading. He wasn't playing as well as 4-0 lead suggested. There was a lot of games where the last 10 minutes he was scoring 2 and 3 goals when they hadn't played that well. So I think that could be a little bit of a misleading stat. I think this is just where they're at. Man, great chance there. Lukaku should score. There's no doubt about that. He should at least make the keeper save.
It's still slow though, isn't it?
It's slow, it's pedestrian, there's no edge to him, there's no desire, it doesn't look like, there's just no...
The sort of killer instinct, and that was 4 minutes in, that Lukaku header, you know? You have to show that ruthless there, he needs more intelligence. Okay, he's gone for this, and it was going in anyway. You can see there that he's just a fraction offside. But if he doesn't touch it, that ball's on its way in the back of the net.
You think so? You don't think it's coming off the post? I mean, this angle it looks like...
I think it would have gone in.
Right, okay. I think we need to talk about Mkhitaryan. What does his Manchester United future look like?
He's low on confidence. There's no doubt. Look, I've been there. Every single player's been there, low on confidence. It's very difficult to get yourself out of it. The manager always said to me, just keep it simple. Keep it as simple as you possibly can, and your game will come back. He's not played for quite some time now, and the manager's obviously not played him for a reason because he hasn't quite fancied him, but he needs to stick with it. We know there's quality to that. I just wonder whether he really believes in himself. We know, we've seen the talent at Dortmund, we've seen it here at times. He's got real quality, and hopefully that'll come back to him.
Okay.